So this is another video with another video. But in this video, I will not be sharing any like lessons or mistake like that, but it will be like documentary, pure documentary. So today I would like to show you what's my progress up to now and what I'm going to do forward. So right now, so I'm building a demo and like in terms of demos, so I have been building like 3 to 4 demos. The first one is about lead generation and lead qualification, and the second one is about customer support, content creation, those kind of things, right? So I was just building things in my free time while I'm also doing some outreaches. So I haven't closed anyone yet. Like my English is not good, and I cannot still articulate enough my pitch and my offer. So I have to train on that a lot, and that's something I need to train on a lot. Yeah, so and I have to train sales even more harder because when I was on the call, so I was in the middle of the conversation. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what question to ask. I don't know how to respond a specific objection or specific question that client asked, right? The prospect asked me. So I have to train a lot of them. So it's still I'm still in a struggling phase. So although I want to actually like break through, like it has been over like a month and I haven't made any sales. I haven't done anything yet. I feel like I haven't made any progress yet. So I have been building those automations or workflow, but whenever I look back to, although I'm building these things, wouldn't it be better if I just build 1 or 2 demos that specifically solve a specific problem that I want to solve in a specific niche and just go and set it, right? So I used to spend a lot of my time building because of I thought that I was not ready, right? I needed the skill set, I need to master it. So that's kind of the mindset that I used to believe that I had. So, but the reality is different, right? Because the first time you go out and sell something, the first time you will validate your idea, the first time you will be able to build something like that's really solving a pain point with no flop, right? So you don't have to worry about any features, any additional features that you might add just because of you think it is nice, right? So I also use it as a lot of features, and I have to cut out like 80% of the features that I would like to get my agent to have, but it doesn't work that way, right? I I just cut it off 80% of the features that I was trying to add into one agent, and I was just focusing on 1 or 2 specific features that will actually be useful and that will actually be crucial for solving the specific problem. Because the main purpose of building these automations and workflow are just to solve a problem for humans, right? So just to solve better problems with humans. So it can be just repetitive tasks or whatever it is, right? So document generation or abandoned card recovery or just customer support, lead generation, qualification, whatever it is, right? It's just to solve better than human, right? So let's say generating lead is scraping lead and generating leads that taking a lot of time unless you have a strong audience source, right? So if you have like followers with true fans, right, 1,000 true fans, then you will literally get paid. You don't have to worry about getting paid, right? So you will get paid either way, right? So it doesn't matter whether it is small or large, but you will get paid definitely. because you have true friend that is really interested in what you are selling, what you are doing, right? So you will sell. You will sell. I can promise how much you will sell, but you will sell for sure, right? So, but like doing these things, lead generation and scraping and doing outreaches for the human is really repetitive task and time consuming. And since we are humans, when we do repetitive tasks, when we do a task repetitively for a long period of time, we become boring, right? Not because like we become bored, right? We lost interest in that specific task because we have been doing this for over and over again. So if we lost interest, what happens is that we don't actually become like we lost our excitement as well. Right, so when our excitement when we also lost our excitement, our curiosity, our creativity level dropped significantly. So in that case, AI and those technological stuff, machines are a lot better and a lot suitable. But the only bottleneck is that they are not very creative. So we have to train them to be able to craft a great, a great like message, a great copy. Let's say you are trying to do outreaches, you are trying to build an outreach agent that can do outreaches to from like that can do outreaches across all over the channels, for example Instagram, WhatsApp, whatever you would like to do, right? So it's crucial, right? So training these models are also crucial and very difficult to do, especially if you don't know anything about prompt engineering. Right, it's not a difficult skill set, but it takes time to actually be able to use it in a very concise and useful way, right? So building these things is great, but don't ever add additional features unless it is actually like crucial for solving the pain point that you're aiming to, right? So cut off every fucking thing that weighing you down, because I can definitely say that if you are building something from a scratch, and if you are beginner, just I'm also a beginner, right? So I don't know anything about technology stuff. I don't have any prior background about technology, those kind of things. The only thing that I have is some obsession and hunger and my willpower, like my desire to return my parents. That is the main thing that I'm doing this. So I'm not like someone who is so obsessed with AI or those kind of technology. I'm not. Also, I just want a freedom. I want to build something that other people can use, and like most people, like internationally, probably. Right. So I want everyone to use that something, right? So I want it to be useful and be impactful for a lot of the masses of people. That's what I'm trying to do. So I'm not trying to like just I'm not that guy, right? So I'm not a technician, those kind of things. So yeah. So just cut out of 80% of or whatever it is, right? So if you have features that are breaking you down, just cut off because it will cost you a lot more than you think. Not only it will cost you your resources and effort, but also the most valuable asset that you own, which is time. Right, so if you don't value your time, it won't also value you, right? If you don't respect him, he won't respect him. If he won't respect you, neither, right? So time is like the only non-refundable asset that we own. So got it, right? So keep it like a gold, keep it like a gold treasure, like diamond that you own yourself. Because most of the people are afraid to lose some like $100, $1,000, but they never, ever, ever care about losing their time. Well, they're just going out partying, spending money, and when they have no money, they are worried about. But when they have no time, they don't care. Right? So until they get slapped by the reality in the future with regret. Right? So until that time, they're still worrying about money and those kind of like other things, but not the time, right? So they're just wasting time, but they are not actually realizing it. Right? So that's the most dangerous thing that you can do in this life, which is wasting time, right? You can waste time because it is just one asset that is like non-renewable. Right? So you only have a fixed amount of time, and you don't know whether when you will die or when you will die. So why not you just focus on the thing that you want to build, and despite the fear or judgment or other people's opinions, like whatever it is, right? So you will fail, of course, like you will fail 1,000 times or even more, but you will also learn, right? Do you want to live a life of mediocrity, or you just living in a comfort, never step outside of the comfort zone? And do you want to be like that guy, or do you want to be the guy who just take every single risk with calculatedly and like just accomplish every single goal that he has set in the timeline that he promised himself to get crash to the goals that he wants to get? So I think the only thing, like everyone has a 24 hours, right? So the only way to actually be productive, the only way to actually get most out of this life is to utilize the time and your resources in a very wise and in a very useful, in a very right, in a very relevant and appropriate and useful manner. So management, not only managing your money or managing your resources, managing your people, but also managing the time and your energy, right? So time, energy is really important to understand, especially if you are trying to go beyond the limit. Let's say you are working 80 hours or 20 hours a week or a day, let's say, right? 80 hours a day is pretty much high workload, right? Most people don't want to do it, but for some people who want to do it, you need two things to maximize every single output that you are producing. The first one is about time management, as I said, and the second one is about energy management. So these tools are similar, and these two works very well if you can actually tie both of them and twist it, right? So the first one is about time management. Simple. You have to have a schedule. You have to have a system, a habit stacked together, right? So you have to know what are you going to do in a day, because if you don't actually have any direction that you have to go in a day, your day will be populous, your day will be pointless, and these days turns into weeks, weeks turn into months, months turn into years. So if you don't own your day, you won't own your future, right? So conquer it. And the second one is about energy management. So it's about knowing what is your most productive time of the day and crushing the most important task in that period of time. So you can do the most important task that you have while you are like at your lowest energy level. You may have you may do it. You may even do it, but the output will be not very great compared to the output that you have produced while you have the most energy in a day, right? So if you have like productivity like at the fullest level, conquer the most and the largest task that you have in a day and forget everything else, right? So if you just focusing on one thing, you will be like get ahead of other people faster, and you will be better, a lot better in that competition, in that field of arena, right? So that's something that I want to talk about.